2017 Blazing Blue Pearl Tacoma Off-Road Subscriber Showcase. We'll be talking about this. Stay tuned.
Another one.
Hey everybody, this is Robert. I wanted to say thanks for watching my channel. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the likes. Please appreciate all the positive comments, feedback. And here I wanted to introduce Jason. I just met him today, and he has a 2017 Tacoma, like I do, but it's off-road in Blazing Blue Pearl. And again, here's Jason, and we're going to talk about his truck. So Jason, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. So this is my 2017 Toyota Tacoma in the Blazing Blue Pearl, and pretty much all the modifications that I've made were inspired by yours truly. I bought this about 6 weeks ago in northeastern Nevada, and I went to YouTube and was watching videos for different ideas. And the first mod I did was the TRD Pro grill, because to get rid of the old chrome cheese grater grill.
Right, now you're Bro Pro, like
that's right, Bro Pro. That's right. That's right.
Bro, whatever works.
Right. And then I think I either did that first or removed the chrome badges. Anyway, one of the two. It was probably within a week of each other. So just to clean that up along the side there, and then it took a little bit of time. I was watching your video. You got the new TRD Pro Bro wheels,
right? And
so I found a Toyota dealership down in Texas that gave me a great deal on those, and so I ordered them, and they actually came last Thursday to my home up in Nevada, and so that was the next thing. And then I came down to California, and I added the wheels and tires, the Nitto Terra Grapplers, which are just a +1 265 75 16 on the TRD Pro wheels.
And I noticed that these are D-rated, so they're not the C-ply or the E-ply, so this is like a in-between ply type of tire. If nobody knows what those ratings are, is what they do is they literally add more plies to the tire, so they do have a stiffer sidewall, but it's good for heavier weights, so bigger trucks or more of an aggressive type of off-roading purpose. If you want to off-road, I mean, if you're hitting like heavy rocks or something like that,
right,
you know, you're definitely going to want a thicker tire to help protect you to avoid flats, especially you're out in the desert and you know you don't want to be stranded.
Sure,
so
that makes good
sense. Definitely, you do have a spare, but I mean, changing a spare in the middle of the desert in the heat, or maybe a wet time with mud or some other situation is going to be not a happy time.
No, not
if you can. So if you could avoid that, and also airing down. So if you have a higher rated or E-rated tire or a D-rated tire, you can air down more because the sidewall will still hold itself up with a lower air pressure. So that's another advantage. Towing, towing is another thing. So if you were planning on towing something really heavy, but the Tacos are not really good for super heavy towing anyways. Right. They don't have the torque or power for that. Right. And so you know, the load, you don't have to worry about the load. So basically go the E load or a C load or a D load. So you have a D load, which is totally good, you know, for good, you know, minor off-roading. Even C load's good for minor off-roading.
Okay,
so
that'll be good.
So you got a good choice.
Yeah, I plan to do some of that. I mean, I'm not a big off-roader, but you know, a little bit.
Basically, you chose this because of past experience. They're a really good tire. It lasted a while. And so it was pretty good traction, I'm assuming, too.
Absolutely, and I felt they did really great in northeastern Nevada where I live. We get snow, you know, a fair amount of it, and they got me around great.
Nice.
You know, got me around great. So
snow, yeah, that's what we don't get here.
Right.
So well, we go to the mountains, but
not so much down here in sunny Southern California. Additionally, I add the shop add the Bilstein 5100s on the front with a 2.5-inch lift, just to give me a little better clearance and a little bit more of that off-road look.
Right, so what they did is the Bilstein 5100s, they have like an adjustable pedestal, right, or a bottom piece.
Right.
I forget what they call it, a clip ring. That spring perch or something, but it's held by a clip ring. Yeah. And they adjusted it. Do you know how high they did it?
They set it to the full setting, which was 2.5 inches.
Okay, so it's maxed out.
Maxed out, which they said is fine. And they're made for that. So.
And how does it ride to you, though?
I think it rides better than stock. I mean,
okay, nice.
I think it's really kind of it's a little stiffer, obviously, but it still feels plenty plush to me.
Right.
And then on the rear, what they did was they added the 5100s, and then they also added an 1.5 inch spacer block, which is down.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky to see, but it's
somewhere
down
here.
Down behind. Yeah, kind of like
Yeah, I think
right
I got
here.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I got it. It's hard to get underneath the car with this thing, but
Right.
no, I see it. I got
Okay.
it. Right at the axle.
Yeah. So that's a 1.5 inch, just to kind of level it out. So I have a pretty much 2.5 inch lift in the front and the rear. And then the tires are 265 75/16, so they're an inch taller than stock. So it's definitely riding a little bit higher.
And you did one more mod, right?
The last thing I did was done actually on Thursday. I added, I had the Lumar ceramic window film installed, and we already have the factory glass, but I went ahead and did a 30% on the back half, which darkened it up quite, fair amount. And then on the driver and passenger, I did the same 30. And then I went with the Air Blue 80, I believe is what they call it, on the windshield, just to kind of reduce that glare and also cut some of the heat gain.
Especially up in the, you said northeast
Especially
Nevada.
where I live in the high desert, it gets plenty warm in the summer. And I just love it because it also just tones down the glare. So you don't have so much of that ambient light pouring in, making you squint.
Great. So as you can see, he got 2.5 inches on his front with the same tire, the 265/75 tire. And I'm running KO2s with the same wheel in the same size. And mine is stock height. So you can definitely see a difference as far as height between our two trucks. I'll try to get over here to the rears, and I'll try to step her up front. You can see the gap difference. Yeah, you could visually, without measuring or anything, you can see that 1.5 inch.
Yeah.
And it's not too, what's the word? It's not too radical.
Right. I wanted to stay kind of conservative, but yet, give it a little bit of a lift.
I think it looks good.
Thank you.
I think it looks good.
I mean, I think they look good stock, but yeah, I agree. Thank you. I think it looks even better.
Yeah. So what are your next plans?
Oh, that's a great question. Maybe I would like to maybe do some interior mods, I'm thinking.
Okay.
And the first thing that comes to mind is some type of maybe a seat cover, like a nice leather. Mine came with the cloth interior, which isn't bad. But I know, in fact, I think you did the leather.
Yes, I have the Clasio.
Yeah.
All black.
So that's $500.
Leather pleather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it went up.
No.
They did a adjustment, I guess, due to whatever expenses,
Popularity, maybe, yeah.
expenses,
Yeah.
XYZ,
Yeah.
and now it's $599 or $600.
Oh, jeez.
But there is still a Tacomaworld discount. I believe they're still doing $100 off.
Oh.
Before it was $75 off with the 500.
Okay.
So you're gonna pay more, but
Yeah.
or what you could do is you could kind of just sit and wait to see if anybody's selling them.
Right.
As far as secondhand.
Yeah, I think that's the most obvious thing that comes to mind. Other than that, I really can't think of anything. Do you have any suggestions? Anything you've done to yours?
Well, there's a lot of suggestions on my videos, and I always have it. So there's a lot of popular things which I'll be talking about. So stay tuned on my truck. Later on, I'll be talking about all my mods. People have been asking me, and I haven't done the video for every single mod. But I think you cover a lot of it as far as mods. Now it's more a question: do you want interior, exterior? It's not. You got the suspension done, so you're good to go on that. So I think it's just cosmetic. It's all cosmetic.
I tell you, if money were no object in a perfect world, I would want those. I love those rigid. Help me out. The fog lights.
The rigid pro from the pros.
Yes.
Yeah, the pro rigid lights. So they're great, and
I love the looks of those. Yeah.
Definitely a great Bro Pro edition.
Yeah. Right. Again, if money were no object, right?
Yeah. I mean, those are $500 retail. Even on the used side, you're looking at $400. So that's a lot for a light, unless you're gonna really use a fog light.
Yeah, pricey little edition.
Yeah.
For sure.
Some people do light bars.
Right.
So some people do light bars in this bottom area here,
Uh-huh.
or I've seen some actually add extra lights in the grill as well. Again, I wanted to say thanks for meeting up. This has been the subscriber showcase, talking about Jason's car, and as he mentioned earlier, he saw what I did on my truck, and it kind of inspired him to work on his truck to get some similar mods. And I do appreciate that, that compliment, and I appreciate him meeting up and talking about his truck. I always like to talk about trucks. It doesn't have to be a Tacoma, it doesn't have to be a truck, it could be any car. I'm a car guy, so if you guys have anything that you want to showcase on my channel, let's meet up and we'll talk about it. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.
Nice job, Rob. Thank you. Pleasure to meet you.